My child, do not ignore this. Archangel Michael stands at your door with a message that will shock you. Heaven has bent its ear to your cries. And tonight, the truth is being delivered into your hands. Everything that led you here was intentional. You were not pulled into this moment by chance or curiosity. You were separated from the noise so you could hear clearly. This message carries urgency because timing matters now. What is open in front of you will not stay open forever. Heaven moves in windows, and this one is real. God says, listen closely. A storm has been circling your life, and many have wondered if you will survive it. What they could not see is what heaven already settled. Victory has your name on it. Even if you feel tired, even if your strength feels thin, the chains that slowed you are already shaking. Archangel Michael's sword is drawn, and what stood against your destiny is being cut down quietly but completely. God says, before you take another step, what happens next will shock you. The ones who doubted you, dismissed you, or believed you were finished are about to witness your rise. This moment is not shared with everyone. It is personal. Every delay you endured is about to turn into acceleration, and what took years to survive will begin to resolve swiftly. Beloved, heaven heard the question you asked in silence. When will my time come? The answer is not someday. It is now. Tonight is marked. Your life has been brought before heaven with attention, and intercession has been made on your behalf. When heaven moves with intention, nothing on earth can block it. But hear this carefully. God says there is a response required. Do not doubt. Do not walk away. Do not harden your heart. A moment of breakthrough is passing close, and readiness determines what enters. Delay is dangerous because hesitation opens the door to fear, not because the blessing is weak, but because timing is precise. Your family line has carried things that weighed on you without explanation. Patterns, silence, hidden wounds. God says those hidden plans are being uncovered. Truth is rising, not to shame you, but to free you. Archangel Michael stands ready to expose what was concealed and place the key of freedom into your hands. God says, wait before this day ends. A shift is approaching your life. It may come as a call, a message, or an unexpected encounter. Do not be afraid when it happens. This is confirmation. Your miracle is closer than it appears, and what was delayed has not been denied. Every tear you cried mattered. Every prayer whispered counted. Heaven has been patient, not absent. Those who mocked your waiting will fall silent when they see what lifts you. This is not your doing. This is the hand of God moving openly. You were chosen to carry this word because it belongs to you. Not to those around you. Not to those watching casually. It burns in you because it was spoken over you before this moment arrived. Receive it fully. Do not move away from this word. This is not another message. This is an appointment. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, guarding what is unfolding. That pressure you feel is not fear. It is heaven drawing near to keep you from missing what is written. God says, stop and listen. The weight you have carried is about to lift. The shadows that followed you are losing their grip. You are marked. You are chosen. You are known. And heaven is not silent about you. God says this word was carved for you alone. Others may scroll past, but you were led here deliberately. Heaven arranged this intersection. Your hour has arrived. Listen closely. A cycle that followed your family for years is being cut off. The patterns, the sickness, the betrayals are not continuing through you. Archangel Michael has confronted it, and the cycle has ended. You will not repeat what hurt those before you. You are the one chosen to stop it. Someone who spoke against you did not realize heaven was listening. Those words have lost their power. What they tried to block will now fall into your hands multiplied. God says you are protected, and what was meant to harm you has already collapsed. You sensed interference, confusion, and pressure that felt targeted. God says you were not imagining it. But that cord has been cut. What watched you no longer has access. They will look, but they will not find you. You are hidden and covered. God says, this next part will shock you. A door that stayed closed for years is about to open suddenly. Not slowly. Not partially. When it opens, restoration will rush in. Favor will return. Love will heal. What you thought was lost will reappear changed and strengthened. This chapter will not look like the last one. What opens now cannot be shut by human hands. You are stepping into something sealed by heaven and guarded by angels. Receive it with confidence and calm. And as this message settles into your spirit, if you wish to express your support further, you can stay connected and uplifted by following me on Instagram for more inspiring content. This is not the ending you feared, it is the beginning you were prepared for. Heaven is asking you to hold this word close, not because it is weak, but because it is sacred. Not every smile around you is safe, and not every voice praying beside you is pure. God says, I am separating the wheat from the tares, and the clarity will come quickly. In a short window of time, you will suddenly see who stands with you in truth and who was only standing near you. Notice how protection has surrounded you even before you asked for it. The near miss that spared your life, the sickness that turned without explanation, the door that closed only to lead you to something better, none of it was chance. Archangel Michael was already positioned ahead of you, clearing what your eyes could not see and shielding what your heart could not yet understand. God says, my beloved, do not doubt. You asked for a sign, and this is it. Your eyes found these words because your destiny was approaching a delay, and heaven intervened. Acceleration has begun. Those who believed they buried you will soon have to watch you rise, and not quietly, but beyond what they imagined possible. There is a gift inside you that was hidden for a reason. Attacks came because light attracts resistance. Delays came because something valuable was forming. But now God says, I am switching on the light. You will begin to see yourself clearly, not through pain or comparison, but through heaven's perspective. You will finally understand why quitting was never an option and why you were preserved through nights that almost broke you. Pay attention to this warning, because timing matters. God says, stay alert. An attempt to pull you back into old patterns will come quickly. It may sound familiar. It may feel emotional. Do not step into it. The breakthrough is stabilizing right now. Standing firm will cause it to lock into place. Understand the authority behind what is unfolding. Heaven has signed it. Archangel Michael has defended it. Intercession has gone ahead of you. What is being handed to you now carries command, not chance. Open your heart fully and receive without hesitation, because delay is dangerous when destiny is in motion. Do not rush away from this moment. This is not ordinary air around you. Heaven is gathered. Archangel Michael stands watchful, unmoved, ensuring this exchange is completed. The stirring in your chest is not anxiety, it is alignment. Open yourself to what heaven is pressing into your life now. God says an exchange is happening even as you listen. What you carried silently is being returned to you as strength and testimony. Every tear you hid, every prayer whispered in the dark, was recorded. Heaven has listened, and the season of silence is ending. Faith must answer now, not fear. This word is not for crowds or curiosity. It is meant to take root in the private places of your life and grow miracles quietly before they are seen publicly. Lean closer, because what comes next may surprise even you. God says a return is coming. Someone you believed was gone for good will reappear with a changed heart. A relationship you grieved will be restored, but not as it was. There is healing here, but it requires humility. Pride blocks what grace delivers. Receive gently, not defensively. Do not look only for the dramatic. The miracle may arrive wrapped in simplicity. Small gestures. Quiet conversations. Subtle shifts. Expect depth, not noise. Heaven often moves softly when it moves deeply. God sees the worn places in you that no one else knows. The shame you carried privately, the wound you avoided even naming tonight, mercy reaches it. Archangel Michael stands as both guard and healer, cutting the root of what harmed you and sealing the place with peace. A new name is being written over your spirit, one that speaks of victory rather than defeat. For a long time, delay hovered near your life like a shadow. An assignment meant to make you late, to keep you from the appointed moment. God says, that schedule is cancelled. Time itself is being rewritten in your favor. Expect sudden movement. Doors will creak open, then swing wide. Do not ignore the sound of change starting. Separation will happen, and it is necessary. Some who called themselves friends will step away. Others will step forward unexpectedly. This is not loss, it is alignment. Heaven's pruning hurts, but it frees you to move unencumbered. God says, wait, do not move away yet. What follows will change how you respond to every future test. Provision is being prepared from an unexpected source. It may arrive plainly, without announcement. Open it with gratitude. Heaven often delivers treasure in ordinary wrapping. There is intercession happening beyond what you can see. Someone you lost has been pleading on your behalf, their prayers landing like seeds in your life. You will notice signs, memories, gentle confirmations, moments that feel too precise to dismiss. They are reminders that you are not forgotten. Everything is converging now. Protection, truth, restoration, provision, and clarity are aligning in a narrow window of time. Walk carefully, listen closely, and trust deeply. What begins here will not fade. It will grow, strengthen, and carry you forward into a chapter that cannot be closed by human hands. This is your beginning. When the signs begin to appear, welcome them with gratitude, not fear. Let thankfulness anchor you, but do not let grief pull you backward. Grief had its season, but it does not get to rule what comes next. Joy is being assigned to you now, not as a feeling you chase, but as a portion you receive. Do not mistake waiting for abandonment. Many believe that because time stretched on, heaven looked away. God says, I delayed for alignment, not because I was absent. What felt like pressure was not punishment. It was shaping. The refining you endured has reached its completion, and release is now near. Listen closely, because a name is about to surface. God says this name will carry weight in your spirit. It may belong to a person, a place, or a calling you had not fully considered. When you hear it, something inside you will leap. That reaction is confirmation. Do not be afraid if movement accelerates immediately afterward. Divine speed feels different than human haste. Be discerning with hope. Some dreams in the past felt like promises but turned into ashes. God says, I will give you dreams again, but this time I will also give signs. What is meant for you will not rely on confusion. It will be confirmed gently, clearly, and repeatedly. Heaven does not rush you into attachment, it reassures you into trust. Stay present, because instruction is unfolding now. Leaving too soon can cause you to miss clarity. Waiting is not passive in this hour. It is active listening. Keep your heart steady and attentive. What is speaking now is not ordinary encouragement. It is a summons calling you forward. Provision is shifting for you. Financial pressure that felt constant is beginning to loosen. God says supply is being activated. It may start small, a bill resolved, a favor returned, a door cracked open. Receive the first sign with gratitude, because it signals a greater flow following behind it. As increase grows, humility will protect it. Favor tests the heart as much as hardship does. Let gratitude deepen, not pride. Steward what arrives with wisdom, and it will continue to expand. For those waiting in matters of the heart, hear this carefully. A companion aligned with your destiny is being guided toward you. But God says, be watchful. Not every attraction is authentic. The connection sent by heaven will bring peace, not chaos. You will recognize it by steadiness, not urgency. If you are waiting, do not rush to fill a void. Let heaven bring fullness, not distraction. Justice is also moving quietly. God says someone who harmed your family will face their own conscience. Repentance will begin, and cycles will be confronted. Mercy and justice are meeting together. When justice moves in heaven, it heals while it corrects. Rejoice in restoration, not revenge. Do not be afraid to speak your truth when the time comes. God says, raise your voice, not to fight, but to testify. Words spoken from peace carry authority. Testimony drives darkness away. When you speak, choose humility and clarity. Let your words point to what was healed, not just what hurt. Courage is required now, not perfection. God says courage is action taken even while fear still whispers. With Archangel Michael beside you, courage becomes strength. Small brave steps matter. A call returned. A message sent. Forgiveness offered. These acts unlock doors force never could. Hidden gifts are being called forward. Talents you buried because of failure or ridicule are needed now. God says, dust them off. What you carry is not late, it is timely. Your breakthrough will often come through service. Offer what you have sincerely, and heaven will multiply it. Comparison has no place here. Your gift does not compete. It completes. The space for your contribution already exists. Walk into it confidently. Some of you need to hear this clearly. A health concern you believed permanent will begin to show signs of reversal. It may start subtly, more energy, less pain, clearer thinking. Doctors may not fully explain it yet. Heaven often moves ahead of explanation. Continue wise care, rest, gratitude, and faith. Healing unfolds in partnership. Those exhausted by long battles for justice are seeing a turn. The gossip spoken against you is being silenced. Plans formed in secrecy are unraveling as light exposes them. Archangel Michael is pulling at the threads, and truth is reshaping the narrative around your life. Do not be discouraged by resistance rising again. Resistance increases when breakthrough is close. Storms are loudest before they pass. Stand firm. You are not losing ground. You are crossing it. Let gratitude remain your posture. Gratitude keeps your heart aligned as things change quickly. It steadies you when doors open and when conversations shift. This season is teaching you to walk differently. With awareness. With calm confidence. With trust that heaven is not improvising. Every step is accounted for. What is unfolding now will ripple outward. It will affect your peace, your relationships, your provision, and your sense of purpose. You will recognize yourself again, not as someone surviving, but as someone moving with intention. Hold fast to what you are sensing. The quiet assurance. The steady clarity. The gentle courage. These are signs of alignment. Nothing you endured was wasted. The waiting formed you. The resistance refined you. And now the path ahead is opening with precision. Walk forward steadily. Heaven is not finished. What has begun here will continue to unfold, layer by layer, moment by moment, until what was promised becomes visible and secure in your life. God says, wait, this will shock you. An old burden you thought would follow you forever is about to loosen its grip. A debt you feared you could never resolve will find relief through a way you did not calculate. It may arrive through help you did not expect, a settlement, or a timely opening that restores your breath. When freedom comes, remember why humility carried you this far. Release is given so you can walk in purpose, not return to old cycles. Let generosity follow freedom, poured into family, healing, and service. Clarity is rising where confusion once lived. If you have been asking about work, a move, or a decision, the fog is lifting. Signs will align naturally. Calls will arrive at precise moments. Conversations will flow without forcing. When your inner witness says yes, move with confidence. God is not random. His confirmations are careful, layered, and unmistakable. Guard the discipline of silence. God says instruction often comes in the quiet place. Noise blurs direction. Endless opinions drown wisdom. Train yourself to be present with heaven in simple daily rhythms: breath, prayer, gratitude. In stillness, your spirit will tune to what is unfolding, and your steps will steady. There is a promise you once laid aside. A dream you buried because it felt unrealistic or painful to revisit. God says, return to it. Tend it with small, faithful actions. 5 minutes of attention. One honest step. Growth is built quietly. When the season ripens, Archangel Michael will handle what is heavy, but you must plant and water. Harvest forms day by day. A family system is being addressed with care. Reconciliation is possible, but it will not look like returning to what harmed you. It will be shaped by truth, humility, and boundaries. You will recognize it by the peace that accompanies it, not by pressure. Healing that comes from heaven never demands chaos. Do not be surprised by a final test. God says an old accusation may try to surface, replaying stories that once defined you. Refuse it. Answer with truth. Your identity is anchored in heaven, not in opinions. The voice that calls you beloved is the only one with authority. Let the rest fade. Wisdom is settling over your finances. This is not reckless abundance, but steady opening. Insight will guide budgeting, saving, and giving. When you steward with prayer and practicality, provision flows securely. Archangel Michael stands guard over your storehouse. What once leaked away will be protected. Something long bound is breaking now. A spiritual contract formed through fear, resignation, or generational weight is being nullified. You may feel lighter without explanation. Patterns will loosen. Celebrate the freedom, but remain grounded. Cracks appearing around you are places where new light enters. For those waiting on children, life is stirring. Seeds are shifting. Some will receive clear signs soon. Others will receive peace for the path unfolding. Trust the timing. When answers arrive, prepare your heart with gratitude and steadiness. Your story will serve others. Scars once hidden will become signposts. When healing completes its work, you will speak with compassion, not bitterness. Your honesty will open doors for others to find hope. Use influence gently. Protect the vulnerable. Speak truth with grace. Stay open to unexpected helpers. Some blessings will arrive through people you least expected. Do not let old judgments block provision. Discernment matters, but humility receives. Heaven sometimes delivers through unfamiliar hands. Be fully present now. God says the next short window matters. Do not drown it in distraction. If you can, pause. Breathe. Pray. Alignment strengthens quickly when attention is focused. This is not urgency for fear's sake, it is awareness for precision. A shift in reputation is forming. What was once linked to loss or shame will be reframed into honor. Whispers will turn into requests for counsel. Doors will open to circles where your voice carries weight. When honor arrives, carry it lightly and lift others as you go. An old relationship will begin to untie. Healing will come in stages, not overnight. A first honest conversation. A season of rebuilding. Allow grace to work at its pace. Restoration grows in seasons. Your inner world is being reordered. Anxiety is loosening. Peace is taking root. Sleep will soften. Dreams will settle. This is more than habit, it is spiritual repositioning. Support it with practices that tell your body it is safe: gratitude at night, gentle routines, quiet prayer. Confirmation will come from outside your circle. A stranger's words, an unexpected conversation, a simple observation that lands with precision. You will know it is confirmation because it echoes what heaven already spoke within you. Everything is converging with intention. Freedom, clarity, provision, healing, and purpose are aligning step by step. Walk steadily. Listen closely. What unfolds from here will not collapse, because it is being built with care, truth, and protection. Remain attentive. Heaven is still speaking, still arranging, still guiding. What began in quiet is moving toward visibility, and you are prepared to carry it forward with wisdom and peace. When confirmation comes through people around you, recognize it for what it is. A co-worker, a professional voice, or an unexpected authority may name what you were quietly called to do. Treat those moments as signposts, not flattery. They are evidence that the world is beginning to align with what heaven already decided on your behalf. When confirmations multiply, do not second-guess them. You are being supported from both realms at once. Guard your mind fiercely in this season. God says, the enemy will whisper old lies. You will hear thoughts telling you that you are not enough, that you fail too often, that you do not deserve what is coming. Answer every lie with truth. You are enough because God formed you. You receive grace because it is given, not earned. Your past explains your strength, not your limit. A mind anchored in truth remains steady even when storms rise. Pay attention now, because movement in your calling is beginning. A career shift many prayed for will show signs. Some will receive offers that align with purpose. Others will sense momentum to begin something new that grows faster than expected. Take action when confirmation arrives. Archangel Michael will guide negotiations and guard your steps. Walk cleanly and honestly. God blesses integrity that remains firm under pressure. Notice the people being gathered around you. A new circle is forming, not casual connections but covenant relationships. These are people who will challenge you, support you, and stand with you in prayer and truth. Invest in them. God places people intentionally, and when He surrounds you, it is to strengthen what He is building through you. Stay alert to small compromises. God says, do not overlook subtle sabotage. One small concession can slowly pull you off alignment. Keep your word. Honor agreements. Stay faithful in details no one applauds. Archangel Michael watches how you handle the small things, because they reveal readiness for greater trust. Tonight, promises are being sealed in two ways. Peace will settle inwardly, and evidence will appear outwardly. When both arrive, respond with gratitude and stewardship. Bless what is placed in your hands. Plant back into what nurtured you. Growth continues where gratitude remains active. Hear this clearly, because this moment carries weight. Delay is dangerous. Not because the promise disappears, but because hesitation invites old wounds to speak again. If you are standing at the threshold, step forward. If you are holding back, make one faithful move. Open what is before you. Favor is timed to obedience. A blessing is being spoken over you now. May you walk into the next chapter with dignity and courage. May peace guard your decisions. May protection remove what does not belong. May losses be redeemed and failures transformed into wisdom. May your path leave a legacy that lifts others. Do not move away yet. This word is still unfolding. Archangel Michael has not lowered his sword, and heaven is still speaking into your atmosphere. This is not ordinary time. Every second carries intention. What has been prepared over years is being poured out now. God says He saw you when no one else did. He saw the nights you cried alone, the moments you felt invisible, the quiet question asking if anyone truly cared. You were never unseen. From the beginning, heaven watched closely. Archangel Michael stands beside you now to silence every voice that said you were forgotten. God says, wait. What follows may surprise you. Someone who once turned away, who betrayed trust or closed a door, will be stirred. Their heart will soften. An apology may come. A door of reconciliation may open. Walk with wisdom. Some doors are meant for forgiveness, not for re-entry. Peace will tell you the difference. Your season of being trampled is ending. Kindness was mistaken for weakness. Silence was misread as surrender. Heaven declares you are strong. What broke others did not break you because you were covered in unseen ways. Arrows meant to end you were blocked. That is why you are still standing. That is why this word reached you. A shift is beginning within your family line. Hidden things will surface. Secrets that caused confusion will be revealed. When truth emerges, do not fear it. God says, I uncover to heal. I expose to restore. Even if the revelation shakes you at first, freedom will follow. Sudden favor is approaching. A breakthrough that once felt unreachable will begin to unfold. It may arrive quietly at first, an unexpected return, a modest opportunity, a simple opening. Do not dismiss small beginnings. God says, "Watch what I do with little, then watch what I do with much." Learn to recognize heaven in ordinary packaging. What seems small may be the doorway. What looks simple may carry multiplication. Gratitude sharpens vision, and vision prepares you to receive more. Hold steady now. Momentum is building, alignment is tightening, and what is unfolding cannot be stopped. Remain attentive, remain grounded, and remain open. What comes next will not only change circumstances, it will confirm identity. The path ahead is being cleared step by step. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where heaven intended you to be, and the next movement is already on its way. What was spoken against you in secret is losing its power right now. God says this will not be handled by your effort or your defense. Justice is already moving. Words meant to harm you will circle back to the ones who released them, and they will realize they were never strong enough to touch what heaven protected. This is not revenge. It is vindication. Archangel Michael has already carried your case into the courts of heaven, and the decision has been settled in your favor. Do not fear the changes that are approaching. Some shifts will feel uncomfortable because they require separation. Certain jobs, locations, or relationships that once felt necessary will begin to loosen their grip. God says He is lifting you out of small spaces to plant you in wider ground. What is being removed is not punishment. It is preparation. Every ending permitted now is a doorway into something larger. Release the guilt you have been carrying. God says that weight never belonged to you. Jesus says, "I already carried it to the cross." Why are you still holding it tonight? Shame is breaking. You may feel lighter without knowing why. This is not imagination. It is freedom settling into places that were bound for too long. Someone you love has been under threat, and your heart knew it. You prayed quietly, worried deeply, and asked for protection. God says that prayer has been answered. Archangel Michael has been dispatched to stand guard. Even when you cannot be present, heaven is. Trust that divine protection reaches farther than fear ever could. Pay close attention now, because timing matters. God says what happens next will mark you. A sign will appear soon, small but undeniable. A name spoken. A message received. A shift in the atmosphere around you. Do not dismiss it. This is confirmation that heaven has moved and alignment has begun. Those who doubted you will witness your rise. Not so they are shamed, but so the power of God is revealed. When they ask how you survived, your answer will not glorify struggle. It will point to grace. Jesus interceded. Archangel Michael defended. Heaven carried you when you could not carry yourself. Do not rush past this moment. Hold still inside. This is not casual time. Archangel Michael stands at your threshold with authority and clarity. What you are feeling is the weight of destiny pressing close. The next steps matter because direction is being reset. God says your life was marked with seasons long ago. Some markers were hidden so your faith could grow without shortcuts. Now the fog is lifting. The path is becoming visible. Confusion will give way to clarity, not all at once, but steadily. The light will rise from within you, guiding your steps. There is a transfer happening now. What you lost privately is returning publicly, multiplied. A small favor will open a door to influence. A kindness you once gave will come back dressed in honor. This is the rhythm of heaven. Nothing given in love is ever wasted. God sees your wounds clearly. He knows the names you whisper when no one hears. He has sat with the ache of abandonment and disappointment you carried quietly. Tonight, healing begins to mend those places. Archangel Michael tends the wound with care. Restoration may come in stages, but every stage is a promise of wholeness. Be discerning in the days ahead. God warns that something may present itself as comfort but carry a cost. Test every offer with prayer and peace. If it disturbs your spirit, decline without guilt. Heaven never requires compromise to provide. Ask for discernment and it will be given. Guard your heart as success approaches. Blessing can attract critics and opportunists. Keep boundaries where needed. Maintain gracious distance where required. Archangel Michael will sever ungodly ties, but you must choose wisely who walks beside you. A creative seed planted in silence is beginning to bear fruit. Sing, write, speak, create. The expression placed inside you is needed. Do not compare your timing to anyone else's. Every harvest blooms in its own appointed season. For those struggling with identity, hear this clearly. You are made in God's image. You are not defined by your past, your position, or your mistakes. You are defined by divine love. Let that truth reshape how you choose, how you speak, and how you move forward. A deep spiritual release is taking place. Generational cycles that whispered defeat are being silenced. Archangel Michael has been given authority to sever them, and you will feel a freedom you have never known before. This is not emotional hype. It is alignment settling into your life. Stand steady now. What is unfolding will continue to reveal itself layer by layer. Remain attentive. Remain grounded. Remain open. Heaven is not finished speaking, and what has begun here is moving toward fulfillment with precision and protection. Remember the Lord who brought you here, and let gratitude rise without restraint. Praise is not noise in this moment, it is alignment. When you acknowledge what heaven has done, you strengthen what is still unfolding. This season responds to gratitude like soil responds to rain. Watch closely, because guidance is approaching. A mentor may enter your life unexpectedly, someone seasoned, grounded, and wise, carrying insight earned through time and prayer. When they appear, receive them with humility. A teachable spirit accelerates destiny faster than effort alone. Bless the one sent to guide you, and your path will steady. God says, wait. This next confirmation will come quietly. A return call, a short message, a small gesture from someone you barely remember. Do not dismiss it. These are fingerprints of heaven. Small confirmations often carry the clearest direction. Follow where they lead. As favor grows, generosity must grow with it. Invest in community. Honor those who stood with you when progress was slow. Give your time, your words, your care. Multiplication follows hands that bless others without calculation. What you release will return with increase. Tonight, choose rest. God says do not exhaust yourself trying to force the breakthrough. Sleep is holy ground right now. In rest, repair happens. Archangel Michael stands watch over your sleep, guarding dreams and sealing promises. Lay down without fear. Heaven is working while you rest. Be alert for a small symbol. An object, a phrase, a number that repeats. When you notice it, pause and give thanks. These tokens anchor faith and prepare testimony. They are reminders that heaven is involved in details, not just outcomes. A final test of integrity may come softly. It will ask little, but it will reveal much. Be consistent. Be honest. Be humble. Archangel Michael observes the posture of the heart. When faithfulness is found, release follows naturally. Receive this blessing with calm confidence. Doors will open that cannot be closed. Favor will locate you even in unfamiliar rooms. Peace will guard your nights. Courage will guide your choices. Your story will lift the name of God through quiet faithfulness and visible fruit. Do not drift away now. This word is still active. Archangel Michael remains on watch, wings spread wide, declaring protection over your life. Distraction would only interrupt what eternity is delivering. Stay present. God says, I am moving quickly. The ground beneath you is shifting. Loss will be revealed as protection. Rejection will show itself as redirection. Doors that closed spared you from what would have delayed you. What opens next will explain everything. The cycle ends here. For too long you walked in repetition, praying the same prayers, facing the same resistance. Tonight, the loop breaks. Archangel Michael has pierced it. A straight path opens before you, and acceleration replaces delay. Forward motion begins now. God says, pause, because what comes next will shock you. The one who twisted your story will be caught in their own words. Do not celebrate their fall. Justice is working without your involvement. Vindication does not require your defense. There is bitterness hidden beneath your strength. Release it. Let it go. Forgiveness is not approval of harm, it is freedom from it. Bitterness ties you to yesterday, forgiveness opens tomorrow. The miracle you are waiting for responds to release. Your household is covered. Do not fear reports or threats. Archangel Michael's wings guard your home. Nothing crosses the line heaven has drawn. Sleep knowing protection stands on every side. God says, the next short window carries weight. A sign will come ordinary in appearance, powerful in meaning. A sound, a message, a knock. When it happens, give thanks. That small sign will seed greater miracles. Provision is arriving in waves. Not all at once, but steadily, lifting you higher each time. The first wave comes soon. Receive it with gratitude. Steward it with wisdom. When you sow as directed, the next wave will be greater. A long-hidden family secret will surface. It brought confusion and pain, but exposure will bring clarity and healing. Do not fear the unveiling. God says, I do not expose to destroy. I expose to restore. Understanding will replace confusion, and peace will follow truth. You have also asked about love. God says love aligned with destiny brings peace, not confusion. It will not demand you abandon yourself. It will strengthen your purpose, not compete with it. Be patient. The right love arrives with steadiness and respect. Everything is converging now. Guidance, protection, provision, truth, and restoration are aligning with precision. Walk forward without rush, without fear. Stay grateful. Stay attentive. What is opening before you has been prepared carefully, and you are ready to step into it with wisdom, peace, and quiet confidence. About companionship, hear this clearly. Heaven has heard your desire, but protection comes before promise. Not every hand reaching toward you is sent by God. Discernment is your shield now. The one appointed for you will not bring chaos or emotional confusion. They will bring peace, clarity, and rest to your soul. You will not feel the need to perform or prove yourself. Wait for God's timing. Loneliness passes, but settling can wound the future. Pay attention, because revelation is near. God says, wait, do not move yet. In the coming days, someone who has been pretending will be exposed. Their words will no longer match their actions. Do not be shocked or angry. This unveiling is mercy, not loss. Thank God for what is revealed, even if it stings. Pruning always clears the way for better fruit. Do not fear the storms ahead. God is not promising a life without wind or waves, but He is promising you will not drown. Archangel Michael has already secured your passage. Others may panic, others may fall away, but you will remain standing. The storm will only prove the strength of what God built inside you. Understand the weight of this moment. Tonight, Jesus is interceding for you. He is speaking your name before the Father. When the Son of God defends you, no accusation can stand. Your worth is not up for debate. You are written, sealed, and known. Do not doubt what heaven has already confirmed. An old door is about to open. You stopped expecting it, but God never stopped preparing it. The lock is turning now. When it opens, step forward without hesitation. Fear will try to convince you that you are unprepared. Faith will remind you that preparation already happened in hidden places. Move when the door moves. Unexpected favor is on the way. Someone will bless you without fully understanding why. Their heart will be stirred by heaven. Receive it humbly. This is not charity. It is provision delivered through human hands. Pride rejects what humility was meant to carry. Stay alert, because a test is approaching. It will seem ordinary, but it will measure your heart. Be faithful in details. Keep your word. Walk with integrity even when shortcuts appear attractive. Passing this test unlocks access to something far greater than you imagined. Your health is under divine attention. Do not fear reports or diagnoses. God says He is the healer, and Archangel Michael guards the atmosphere around your body. Expect improvement, even if it starts small. Small shifts are seeds of complete restoration. Receive this closing truth with seriousness. Delay is dangerous now, not because blessing will vanish, but because hesitation weakens alignment. Heaven is moving. Jesus is interceding. Michael is fighting. The Father is declaring over you that you are chosen and unstoppable. The door is open. Do not overthink. Do not retreat. Receive what is being offered and walk forward with courage, peace, and trust. This moment was prepared for you, and you are ready to step into it.